on Bryce Andonian from Virginia Tech. At 149, there'll be 4 AQs.
Yeah, and Finesilver had a barn burner round 1. Caught on his back in a cradle early in the bout, down 6-0, claws his way back and takes the lead. About 30 seconds left in the third period, and eventually wins. So valiant effort by Mancini, but Finesilver just so savvy.
And the first points coming at 149, though, come from Virginia Tech.
And you talk savvy, there's not many savvier than Bryce Andonian. He's one of those guys that's going to throw everything at you, including the kitchen sink. Right? If you put yourself or relax for a second.
Yeah, if you remember, Andonian pinned Finesilver in short order in the duels.
And that's the power he has. That's what he can do. And you hear the crowd here. Andonian is a crowd favorite. They love him in Blacksburg. He's a fun wrestler. He's kind of out there. He's a junior world bronze medalist this summer. Round of 12 last year as a sophomore. National qualifier as a freshman. So looking to get on the podium this year in Detroit if he eventually punches his ticket here today.
He's got a 2-0 lead in the first with about 90 seconds remaining.
Boot in on the left for Andonian, and he's going to kick Finesilver loose.
Andonian 7-2, 2-1. He's got Finesilver in trouble again.
And he hit that Winn-Dixie, holding Finesilver on his back here.
Finesilver trying to spin out of it. Yeah, Andonian's a beast.
He's so fun to watch. You never know what Bryce Andonian's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Well, you do know that you're going to get electricity. Right? The guy is just fireworks from start to finish. A one-arm mat return, so for as funky as he is, you gotta think he's pretty strong too.
Escape for Finesilver to cut the lead to 6, but pretty impressive first period here for the number 2 seed from the Hokies, Bryce Andonian, with an 8-2 lead.
Bryce Andonian from St. Edward's High School in Ohio. More than likely, you could say one of the most storied high school wrestling program in the country. Another takedown for Finesilver, extends his lead 10-2. Just so much tradition come out of St. Ed's.
Yeah, indeed. Finesilver with a double leg shot, and it turns into 2 more points for Andonian, who's so good on defense.
His defense is incredible. You often see him kind of let guys into his legs a little too easy because he knows he can defend it. So It's like a mousetrap.
It really is.
Here's the cheese.
And he's always been that way. His defense has been so much fun to watch.
Claw on the left, thigh pry on the right for Finesilver.
Andonian with an 11-2 lead. Finesilver, as you take a look, you mentioned St. Edward High School. You're right, I'm from the state of Ohio, and that is a power. 2-time NCAA qualifier, 2-time ACC runner-up. Both losses coming to a national champion in Austin O'Connor. We got blood time here, as I think their heads hit.
Yeah, the Andonian versus O'Connor, I don't remember if it was in the ACC finals or the dual meet last year where Andonian came out guns ablaze and puts O'Connor on his back, and O'Connor has to pry back and eventually gets the win. It was a crazy match.
I remember that. That was Fantastic. By the way, Wilson is leading Sherman over on mat 1, where Sean and Rock are running the show. I'm Dean Linke along with Christian Olenowski over on mat 2. Delighted to be with you after just a little bit of technical difficulties to start the day. We hope to stay with you until we turn it over for ACC Network's coverage of the finals tonight at 7 o'clock. Please be sure to tune in for that. Team champion crowned, as well as obviously 10 individual ACC champs. Right now it's Andonian, though, all over Finesilver, Christian.
Andonian, I mean, he's right where he wants to be, right? 9-point lead. Second period, shot by Finesilver, scoots the corner, does Andonian, hooks the foot, hips in. That's going to be another takedown.
That's that defense again.
Just don't be so sure of yourself when you get to those legs. You got to keep wrestling. I think that's a problem a lot of people have in the sport of wrestling is they think getting to the legs is the easy part. Right? Or getting to the legs is the easy part. Or they think finishing's the easy part, and that's not the case.
Remember, 4 AQs coming out of 149 to the NCAAs, which we held in Detroit, Michigan. 13-2 Andonian. Finesilver also had that tough first match, so you got to keep an eye on that. It is a long day as you try to secure that spot. And you're right, they're all here to win it, but once you do lose, then you've got to figure out how to find your way back into the NCAA.
Reset and refocus, right? It's one match at a time. You can't think about winning an ACC championship in the ACC semifinals, right? You got to get the win here, punch your ticket to Detroit. And if that's not the case after this match, you go in the back, you pout for about 5 minutes, you get a drink of water, something to eat, and then you're back on the horse and finding out a way to book your ticket. So
reset and refocus, so well said. There's a great shot there, and more offense this time coming from Andonian. As you said, he's a crowd favorite, and you're seeing why, right? Because he can absolutely demolish some of the best wrestlers in the country.
Yeah, he puts up points, and I'm really, their match in the dual meet with Andonian and Wilson was a fun one. I'm looking forward to a rematch if we happen to see that collision course here shortly.
Wilson leading 3-1, that we can tell you.
Andonian's got a cradle, but Finesilver starting to slip his leg out. And the body language of Finesilver has significantly changed over the course of this bout. As you watch Andonian pour it on him 15 points later, as the body goes, the mind will follow.
Yeah, the riding time's well over 3. That doesn't help the situation, Christian.
When you've been ridden half the match, it's hard to want to get back up. So shot by Andonian. Oof. Yeah, that one hurt me, right? That was like a... Oh! And he does it again with the Winn-Dixie.
Wow.
And
you can hear the oh my goodness from the crowd. That was an oh my goodness, was it not?
I mean, he scored 12 points on the same move this match. So...
Boy, it looked like Andonian is just kind of in his own match on his own right here. That's a big-time move.
So shot by Finesilver here. He gets underneath. Andonian kicks that right leg over, traps the head and arm, and it's all said and done. That's what the Winn-Dixie, Jason Nolf patented that a few years ago. Penn State legend. So...
Christian, that was a big-time move.
Yeah, I mean, he scored 12 points on it this match, so 19-3 winner for the Hokies, Bryce Andonian. Looked like Tariq Wilson is wrapping that one up on mat 1, so Hokie versus Wolfpack slugfest going down in the finals at 7 o'clock.
Speaking of the Wolfpack, we've got more Wolfpack. Ed Scott